Hi guys, this is Meenu. Welcome back to my channel Storytale. Today again I'm going to be talking about one of the most popular series, Serpent and Dove by Shelby Mohoran. This time I'm adding a new segment to my book reviews. I'm going to be listing by the end of the video 3 things that I like about this book and 3 things that I didn't like about this book. This is going to be a common thing in almost every one of my reviews. I think it's going to give a little extra element to my book reviews. It's going to give a little bit more perspective. So I thought this would be a good idea. Do let me know what you think about it. Do you think it's a good idea or something that is not necessary? Do let me know in the comments down below. This review is going to be filled with spoilers because I do not do spoiler-free reviews of the popular books that people have already read, because that does not make any sense. So a spoiler warning is in place. Now, without wasting any more time, let's see what I felt about Serpent and Dove. So this book have received kind of mixed reviews. Many people have absolutely loved it, and there are so many people who are very much disappointed by this book. I think I'm somewhat in the middle. I do love this book. I really like the story. I really like the characters, but I'm not in awe of this book. I mean, I have read better, of course I have, but I'm not saying that this book is not enjoyable. The plot of the book is not that complicated. It's kind of simple. This is a love story between a witch and a witch hunter. So this has like enemies to lover kind of a trope, which I actually love. I really enjoy reading that kind of trope. It is quite exciting and everything, so I really like it. Our main character Lou is the witch here. She is more notorious character. She is witty, she's smart, she's open-minded, she's very crass. She's also a thief. So there are so many immoral things that she does. She is one of those grey characters. Of course, she has a heart of gold. She thinks about everybody, but she also does everything that she needs to survive. Our other main character, Reed, is the witch hunter here, also known as Chaucer, because this book is supposed to be inspired by French country or French countryside or French people. I do not know. That is kind of a confusing bit here. I'm gonna get to that later. Reed is our male protagonist here. He is the main romance interest of Lou. He is the captain of the Chaucers, who are basically witch hunters, and he goes by the laws of the church. He's a very noble person. He abides by all the rules. He considers Archbishop to his father figure because he has been taking care of him ever since he was a child. He was an orphan and Archbishop always took care of him. That is why he is very close to him. And just like Archbishop, he also believes that witches are evil, and that is why he does everything in power to actually eliminate them from this world. But of course, everything changes when Lou enters his life. Of course, when he first met her, he didn't realize that she's a witch. He just thought her to be crass and everything that opposite of him, but not exactly a witch. Witch is kind of dumb because she does have almost every signs of a witch. But again, it was addressed later in the books that he was kind of in denial. He didn't want to admit that she's a witch because he was falling in love with her the moment that he set eyes upon her. That is why he was kind of in denial. He didn't want to believe that she is the witch and that one day he has to kill her. The best thing about this book is the romance between Lou and Reed. I actually enjoyed it. Lou is very funny. She's very witty. I love the banter between her and Reed. I think they have some of the best comebacks in this book, and I actually enjoyed it, and especially the kiss they have almost by the end of the book. That was kind of steamy. Even though this book has been considered as young adult, I don't think it is, because it is kind of explicit for that. But anyway, I enjoyed that kissing scene. I even loved their lovemaking scene. It was so good. I really enjoyed their chemistry throughout the book. I really loved their love. And the best thing that I liked is that Reed already had someone that he was crushing on, that he was in love with. And when he meets Lou and was forced to marry her, he abides by the law of husband. He tries to be the best husband that he can be. He is very moral in that way. He does not want to cheat on Lou and he does not want to hurt her. So I think that is like the best part about him. Even though I love their chemistry and I love the romance between them, the one thing that I did find that could have been done better is how Reed handles when it is revealed that Lou is witch. I love that scene when he's angry and he's frustrated and there's things that he want to do to her but he cannot because he loves her. But I think the time from him finding out that Lou is actually a witch and then him forgiving her is kind of very less. I think he needed a little bit more time. I needed that to stretch a little bit longer to actually create that tension, to create that angst. I really needed that, but we didn't get that in this book. Even though this book is like 600 pages long, I think Reed should have found out about Luz being a witch maybe at the middle of the book or maybe two-thirds of the book, so that we could have got a little bit more time to see his angst, to see how much he was suffering, because he is now torn between two things: his reality, the things that he believe in. So that is something that I needed to stretch a little bit longer, that needed to happen a little bit sooner. There's also other thing that this book did not handle well, and that is the influence of French culture in this book. Just throwing few French words here and there does not make it a French inspired book, or even something that is based on France or something. There were only 3 or 4 words that is French in this book, and the others just sounded a little bit American and something little English. I do not know. It didn't seem like a French book to me. It didn't feel like it. I thoroughly enjoyed the first half of this book. Even the second half was very good, but the second half was kind of heavy handed. There were just so many things happening all at once. It was kind of a bit confusing. So throughout the book, we have seen Lou very afraid of someone whom she always referred as she. So of course in the second half we learn that she is basically her mother, who has been trying to kill her for a very long time. She actually gave birth to her only to kill her one day. And I think that was kind of very interesting. I actually have been reading so many things about mothers being, this character who are like always capable of love, that in the end they always love you and whatever they do is for the love. But in this book, it has been taken as a little bit different. She is not doing out of love. She is doing everything out of revenge. So that is the part that I kind of liked. I really like that her motivation has been clear from the start, and she's not gonna change. Like even by the end of the book or in the next book, I think she's not gonna change. She's gonna remain the same. So that is the part that I actually liked. I really liked this different take on mother. She's not the only mother that we find in this book. We also find out about Reed's mother, and that is basically Madame Lebert, whom we have seen her in the first few chapters of the book. That reveal did not do much for me. I didn't care about it that much. I kind of figured that Reed is basically someone who was born from a witch, because it was mentioned earlier in the books that witches only give birth to females, which was not true. They also give birth to boys, but they kind of abandon them. So that was kind of easy to figure out. So, and that did not do actually much for me. What actually interested me was that Archbishop was basically Lou's father. And that twist I actually loved. I really loved that scene. I especially loved the scene with Archbishop and that subtlety, that how he was just trying to protect Lou and everything. So that was the part that I actually enjoyed, and especially Reed's dilemma now, because he worships Archbishop. He puts him on a pedestal. He always believed that he's against witch, and then he slept with a witch, and he has a daughter who is a witch, and he kind of knew everything about Lou and he didn't tell him. So that is the dilemma and confusion that I actually love. And also by the end of the book, we realize that Reed also has magical powers. He is also kind of a witch, which didn't do much for me, but I didn't hate it either. So that was okay for me. Now I'm going to list out 3 things that I liked about this book and 3 things that I didn't like about this book. The first thing that I loved in this book are the characters. I love Lou, I love Reed, I love Ansel, and Coco was also badass, and there was also Bo. He kind of appeared out of nowhere, but still I love his inclusion. He was kind of funny. I think he's gonna give that lightness to the book which it actually needs, and I actually like that. There was also Lou's mother, whose character I actually liked. I really like her as a villain. There's also Archbishop. I also loved his dilemma and what happened to him in the end. I didn't want to happen, but anyway, that's okay. But overall, all the characters in this book were amazing. I really loved reading about them. The second thing that I loved about this book is the romance. The romance between Lou and Reed is almost perfect. I really loved this kind of love and hate relationship. I absolutely enjoyed it. I loved their steamy scenes. I loved their kisses. I really loved their banter. Everything about their romance was just perfect. The third thing that I loved about this book is how everything is not just good and bad. Not everything is black and white. I loved how witches were shown to be murdered by Chaucers, but not all witches are actually innocent. There's Lou's mother, and there's also Lou's whole coven, where they are willing to sacrifice Lou just in order to save them. So I think that was kind of a selfish bit, but I also understand the motive. So that is the part that I love. And there were also Chaucers who are not entirely bad, because they know that witches have been casting spells or doing notorious things to people. So that is why they want to kill her. but they also need to change because they also have to consider that witches are also human. So again, that is like amazing part, because everything is just gray, and I absolutely love that. Now the things that I didn't like about this book, it is the inconsistency. First of all, it is inspired by France, or it is supposed to be in France, but the elements are not enough. There are few words here and there, but that is not enough. Also with magic, we do not get to know much about the witches. There are supposed to be two covens. I do not know names actually. There was James Blanche something. I do not know, I'm pronouncing the word wrong. I cannot remember the word. And there were also blood witches. So we do not get to know much about them. We know a little bit, but not much. And the witches were not actually exploited that much. We get a lot of Lou and Reed, but not much about witches. So that was one of the inconsistency. Plus there was this ring which Lou kind of stole in the beginning of the book. That was a magical ring, which is basically Lord of the Rings kind of ring, which makes you invisible. And Lou does not actually use it that much. It is supposed to be a magical ring. It has certain powers, but throughout the book she does not actually use it when she is in trouble or something. So that was one of the inconsistency of this book. The second thing that I didn't like was how heavy handed the second half was. There were just too many things happening in second half. There were just too many twists. Everything was revealed by the end of this book. So that was kind of heavy and kind of confusing too. It was very difficult to actually keep everything in memory, what is happening. So that was the part that could have been, handled easily and throughout the book. That would have worked much better. And the third thing was the cliffhanger. I understand that this was influenced by France culture, but not everyone knows about France history, to be honest. So the cliffhanger was Coco saying that her aunt, that we have learned not much about, but we have heard from her that she's kind of a badass and she's a very cruel person, and she does all this thing to Coco, and her aunt is basically La Voisin. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing the name wrong, but again I do not know how to say it anyway. So that is something that I think Shelby wants us to know, but we do not know much about France history or something. So I did not understand that cliffhanger when I first read it, but when I went to Goodreads and read all the reviews, that is when I realized what the cliffhanger was. So that was the part that was kind of confusing. I think that is going to be confusing because not everyone knows that La Voisin, or whatever her name is basically was a real person in France history. And I think she was trial as a witch. So I do not know much about it again, because that is not something that I have knowledge about. So that is not something that most common people will have knowledge about too. So I think that should have been taken in mind, that this is not a common knowledge. So that being a cliffhanger didn't do much for me. But all the faults and flaws aside, we have to keep in mind that this is a debut novel. We cannot judge this book as one of the established books or series. We have to keep in mind that this is again the first book that she wrote. So of course research could not have been that better, or everything is new when you publish a new book. That is why for me this is a 4-star, not something below than that, because this is a debut novel, and for a debut novel this book is actually amazing. It has everything that you need in a good book. Of course some few faults here and there, but again that is something that is forgivable. So that is it guys, that was my review of Serpent and Dove. I am really willing to read the second book in the series, which is Blood and Honey. To be honest, I do not understand the title of the book that much. I mean, I get that it is kind of a metaphor or something, but anyway, if it works for the authors, it works for me. I really hope you like this video, especially the like and dislike part. That is me first time attempting it, and I really hope you like it. And if you do, please hit subscribe and click that bell icon if you want to get notified of my future videos. Until I see you next time, take care.